Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Leuva Productions. Today we are going to see how to set the mute groups. This video applies equally to all the models of XR series. For this particular video I am using XR18 tablet controlled mixer. Alright, so let's get started. Before we go ahead and make changes for the mute groups on our mixer, we need to understand why do we need the mute groups. So I will give a real-time example from my snapshots. I will go to the live show snapshot. Here you can see that channel number 3 to channel number 8. 6 microphones I have assigned for the drum, and channel number 15th and 16th they are assigned for the chorus. During the live show, you will have a situation where drummer is not on the stage, or maybe the chorus is not required in every single song. So at that point, you may want to mute the chorus or maybe the drummer when the drummer is not present on the stage. So you can probably mute out this particular channels manually, and you can also mute the chorus. But you will have to do this manually. So for 6 channels here and 2 channels here, you will have to press mute and unmute button for each channel, so almost like 16 times. And that's where the mute groups will come into the place. If you see here at the bottom right corner, we have 4 different mute groups, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And each channel, above the mute button, you have 4 different squares here. So these squares are nothing but the mute group. Just for the better visibility of this particular area, I have taken a screenshot that I will quickly show you. So this is the bigger screenshot of the same mixer. You can see here, like above the mute button here, these are the 4 different squares for each particular channel. So each square belongs to the mute group. So first one belongs to mute group 1, second to the mute group 2, third and fourth and so on. Let me minimize this image so we can compare it with the mixer and I can exactly tell you what I'm talking about. So these are the areas that we are focusing right now, which is highlighted here in the screenshot. Because I want to mute all the drums at one shot, I will go ahead and I will click on each square here, and I want to put all the drums on mute group number 1. So I will click on the first square here, and when I click it will become red. You can assign the mute groups for each particular channel from here, or you can click on the channel, you can go to the main, and here also you can assign the mute groups. So I have assigned all the drums on mute group number 1. I will assign the chorus and this particular microphone that I am using right now for the recording on the mute group number 2. So I will click here, here, and here. Now I can go ahead and I can click on mute group 1. When I click it, you will see that it turns on with the red border, and here you will see that all the channels that belong to the mute group number 1, they are all on the mute now. If I click it again, it will be unmuted. To give the realistic example of the working scenario, I can mute the mute group number 2 as well. So if I click here, you can see that right now this particular channel, it has some activity. So if I click here, if I go to the input or to the channel, you will see that there is some activity here. When I will click on 2, you won't be able to listen my sound because the mute group will mute this particular channel, but you will still see the activity here. So I will, but the moment I unmute the mute group, this particular channel will be unmuted and now you can hear the sound. So let's go back to the mixer. Now you might be thinking that this is the best example of using the mute groups. Yes, it is. But based on my experience as a sound technician, I have seen another better example of using the mute groups. And I will show that example as well here and I will share it with you guys. When somebody is singing on the stage, they definitely need the reverb. So lead singer and chorus, they will need the reverb or maybe some delay based on what they are singing or what they are performing. Right after the song, if there is an announcement or maybe a thank you speech for the sponsorer, at that time, when somebody is talking, you don't really need the reverb or any kind of delay or any effect on that particular microphone. At that point, as a sound technician, you will have to mute all the effects from here, and you can do that manually. You can go ahead and click 4 times to mute these effects, and when somebody is coming back for the song, you will have to unmute these 4 effects so effects are applied correctly to the lead singer or the chorus. Here also you can use the mute group. So I will assign all these FX 1, 2, 3 and 4 to the mute group number 4 by clicking it here. And now I will randomly increase these effects. In real life, we don't do this much effects. This is just for the demo. Now here, the moment I will click on 4, all the effects, FX 1, 2, 3 and 4, they are muted on my channel. And if I unmute this, they are back here. So this is how, let me mute this. So this is how you can use the mute groups specifically for the effects too, and you can make your life easy. There is one more cool feature about the mute settings here that I want to share with you guys. You can go to the setup, go to the audio/MIDI, and here for the mute system option, click on the channel on buttons. The moment you check this option, you will see that now here, let me close this first. Now here you have the green on and off button. So now if I press the mute for the mute group number 1, all the drum microphones or the drum channels, they will be now turned off here, and this is indication of a mute, and the green light is indication that this channel is on or it is not on mute right now. I will put it back here. So it's totally up to you. Like if you prefer this kind of green buttons for a clear visual indication that this particular channel is either on or it is on mute, you can use this option, or you can go back to the setup, go to the audio/MIDI, mute, and uncheck this option, and you will have your original mute buttons or the look and feel back. So these are the real-time example how you can use the mute groups and you can make your life easier as a sound technician. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.